In my previous indictment speech, I discussed why I think school uniforms should be implemented. I discussed the benefits of school uniforms, such as with uniforms being in schools, there would be less worry from students about fitting in, less stress for parents in regard to affording certain clothes for their child or children, and less risk of bullying. There is a heavy competition for dressing the right way. Having uniforms would take all these unnecessary worries away for kids. The focus should be on our education and not fashion. I'm sure all parents would appreciate being able to save some money. Having uniforms would definitely cut down on clothing expenses tremendously. My last point, school uniforms would improve punctuality. It is a very common thing for kids to take an endless amount of time trying to decide what to wear to school in the mornings. Uniforms would obviously solve this issue. Back in 1987, uniforms made their first appearance in Maryland and Washington, D.C. The parents were very supportive of this idea, and school officials began noticing dramatic changes within their schools. These uniforms sharply reduced discipline problems. Other schools were starting to see the benefit of school uniforms, and according to Sue Stanley from California State University, by 1989, 74% of the public schools in Baltimore had implemented policies on school uniforms. I am now going to focus and discuss how I think school uniforms should be implemented in each school system. If I were a parent who wanted my child's school to have uniforms, I would have a couple of different options to make my voice heard. I would begin by preparing a petition and have any of the other parents, students, and faculty sign if they felt the same way about uniforms. A petition is a formal or written request that is typically signed by several people, appealing to authority with respect to a particular cause. Normally, a petition is started when changes are wanting to be made. After this petition was completed, I would then attend an official school board meeting and present this pro-uniform petition to the School Board of Education. Now, the school board is who decides the direction of the school and decides what rules and guidelines the school is to follow. This is where I would need to have a worthy speech prepared, such as my indictment speech. After my attempt at persuading the school board, it would then be in their hands. They would discuss this with faculty and staff, take votes, and make their decision from there. In education, the school board has the power to apply the guidelines and rulebooks. However, the parents do have more of a voice than they think. Parents have that right to attend school board meetings and make their voice heard. These are my steps that I would recommend taking when wanting uniforms for a particular school. I think school uniforms are a great idea for all schools, and I believe more schools should have them. I hope everyone is now more open to school uniforms and why they should be implemented to more schools. Thank you.